Hello everyone, good morning to all. In last video we have seen the new words from Unit 10, the shape of the desert, right? In this video we will see the lesson explanation of the same lesson, that is the shape of the desert. Before I start lesson explanation, first we will see what is there in the lesson. Here in this lesson, the conversation between the lion and camel is given. Now, what do you mean by conversation? Conversation, that means batching. Here, two animals are talking with each other. Generally, most of the time, we have heard that the animals, they are not talking with each other or they don't know the language. But here, just imagination part it is there. So, just we have to imagine that these animals, they are talking with each other. Actually, animals, they are not talking, right? But here, just you have to imagine that animals are talking with each other. They are speaking the dialogues. Let's start the reading and explanation part of the lesson. Lion says, "Who are you?" Lion roaring, that is दहाड़ते हुए, that is गर्जना करते हुए वो पूछ रहा है दूसरे एनिमल से, "Who are you?" Camel looking down at the lion. Camel जो है वो lion की तरफ देखते हुए, looking down. You know that here height of the camel is high and lion picture you can see. So if camel has to talk with the lion, it has to look downside. So here it is said that looking down at the lion, he is giving answer, "I am the sheep of the desert. Who are you?" Camel says that I am the sheep of the desert. मैं रेगिस्तान का जहाज हूँ. Who are you? आप कौन है? Lion says, "Don't you know me? I am the king of the forest." Lion camel से पूछ रहा है, यही तुम मुझे नहीं जानते? मैं जंगल का राजा हूँ. Camel says, "Are you? Oh, I see." Camel is telling that you are the king of the jungle. Okay. Lion frowning. Frowning, that means making faces. You call yourself the sheep of the desert. How can you be a sheep? You are an animal. Lion face बनाते हुए camel से पूछता है that you are calling yourself sheep of the desert. Here you can see that you call yourself the sheep of the desert. How can you be a sheep? You are an animal. Sheep, that means जहाज जो water transport में हम use करते हैं, right? That is called sheep. So lion is asking to the camel that you are calling yourself sheep, but you are an animal. How can you tell yourself as a sheep? How can you introduce yourself as a sheep of the desert? So here camel smilingly, हंसते हुए, मुस्कुराते हुए, he is giving answer, "So I am, but people call me the sheep of the desert. I can walk across the desert even on a hot afternoon. Sand burns, but it doesn't bother me." Camel smiling and giving answer that, "Yes, I am an animal, but people call me the sheep of the desert because I can walk across the desert. I can walk across the desert even on a hot afternoon." तेज धूप होती है और वहाँ पे गर्म सैंड होती है, फिर भी वो कैमल उस डेजर्ट में वॉक करता है. एंड द सैंड बर्न्स बट इट डजंट बॉदर मी. जो सैंड जो होती है वो गर्म होती है, लेकिन उससे मुझे कोई तकलीफ नहीं होती, मुझे कोई टेंशन नहीं होता, मैं आराम से चल सकता हूँ. Lion says, "I can't believe it." Lion says that I can't believe, मुझे तुम पे विश्वास नहीं हो रहा है, मैं तुम पे विश्वास नहीं कर सकता. Camel says, "Can you walk across a desert?" Camel lion से पूछ रहा है कि क्या आप डेजर्ट में वॉक कर सकते हो? Lion blinking. Blinking, that means frequently someone just opening or closing their eyes. That is called blinking. Lion blinking. No, I can't. But I can run in the forest. Lion is giving answer to the camel that no, I can't walk across a desert, but I can run in the forest. मैं desert में walk नहीं कर सकता, लेकिन मैं forest में run कर सकता हूँ. Forest that means जंगल में दौड़ सकता हूँ. Camel with disdain. Camel ऐसे hating expression देके बोल रहा है. Every animal can do that. I alone can run on sand. I can run on sand at 25 kilometers an hour. कैमल जो होता है वो हेट दिखाते हुए मीन्स फेस बनाते हुए बोलता है कि every animal can do, कोई भी एनिमल चल सकता है, दौड़ सकता है, राइट? And he is just adding that I alone can run on the sand. मैं अकेला सैंड के ऊपर दौड़ सकता हूँ. I can run on sand at 25 kilometers in an hour. That means in 1 hour he can run 25 kilometers. Lion wonderingly, how can you do that? That means surprisingly. Lion surprisingly asking a question to the camel. How can you do that? आप ये कैसे कर सकते हो? Camel says, look at my feet. Here you can see in the picture feet of the camel, right? They are thick and padded. Camel's feet, it is thick and padded. That means गद्देदार होते हैं ना वो. The hot sun does not burn them. जो सन की गर्मी होती है या सैंड जो गर्म होती है और वो इस लेग को अफेक्ट नहीं करते, बर्न नहीं करते. Lion says, my feet are padded too. मेरे पैर भी गद्देदार है. Thorns don't prick them and I can run 80 kilometers an hour. Lion बोल रहा है मेरे पैर भी गद्देदार है और मेरे पैर में कांटे चुभते नहीं है. जंगल में जो कांटे होते हैं, राइट? सो वो मेरे पैर में चुभते नहीं है. एंड आई कैन रन 80 kilometers in an hour. Camel says that is true. You can run 80 kilometers an hour in the forest, but can you run even a mile on the hot sand? Camel is ready to believe that yes, you can run 80 kilometers an hour in the forest, in the jungle. But can you run even a mile? 1 mile भी आप sand के hot sand के ऊपर चल सकते हो? Lion says maybe not. But Lion is telling an answer to the camel that शायद मैं नहीं चल सकता, लेकिन he is just trying to finish the sentence, but in between, camel is interrupting. Interrupting, that means बात को बीच में से रोकना और skip. But अपना sentence start करना. So here camel is interrupting to the lion. And you can't live without water for a week. Can you? Camel पूछ रहा है कि आप पानी के बिना एक वीक भी नहीं रह सकते, right? Lion says, no, I can't. I need water every day. But don't tell me you can do without water. Lion is telling that, no, I cannot live without water for 1 week. I need water every day. मुझे हर रोज water चाहिए. मैं water के बिना एक वीक नहीं रह सकता. फिर बोलता है, आप मुझे ये मत बोलना कि आप वाटर के बिना 1 week रह सकते हो. Here he is telling, but don't tell me you can do without water. That means you can remain alive without water for 1 week. Camel says, yes, I can. I can live without water. There are no rivers or lakes in a desert, but that does not bother me. I can drink 200 bottles of water at a time. Camel is telling to the lion that yes, I can live without water for many days because there are no rivers or lakes in a desert. But that will not affect me. That is not bother me, right? I can drink 200 bottles of water at a time. Lion says, really, you must have a big stomach. Lion पूछ रहा है सचमुच शायद आपके पास बहुत बड़ा स्टमक दैट मीन्स बहुत बड़ा पेट होगा. Camel proudly दैट मीन्स गर्व से बोल रहा है yes I have a big stomach. बोल रहा है yes मेरे पास बहुत बड़ा स्टमक दैट मीन्स पेट. I can store water for a week. मैं वाटर एक वीक के लिए स्टोर कर सकता हूँ. I can store food for 2 weeks even. मैं वाटर एक वीक के लिए स्टोर कर सकता हूँ एंड फूड 2 वीक के लिए स्टोर कर सकता हूँ. Lion showing a lot of interest. अभी लायन को थोड़ा ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट पड़ रहा है कैमल की बात में. And then he is asking another question. Do you store food in your stomach? Lion पूछ रहा है with interest that कि आप स्टमक में अपना फूड स्टोर करते हो. Camel says no, I don't. I store it in my hump. Camel बोल रहा है no, मैं स्टमक में फूड स्टोर नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I store it in my hump. Hump that we have already discussed in the last video, right? Hump, it's one kind of body part that we can see on the back of the camel. जो थोड़ा ऊंचा सा पार्ट होता है camel के बैक के ऊपर, that is called hump. I eat a lot of food at one time. Then I don't need to eat for a fortnight. Means एक साथ मैं बहुत सारा फूड खा लेता हूँ and then I don't need to eat for a fortnight. That means for 15 days or 2 weeks. Okay, so for 2 weeks, I don't need to eat. Lion says, that's interesting. But what do we eat? Lion बोलता है कि ये सचमुच इंटरेस्टिंग है, but आप क्या खाते हो? Camel says, I eat leaves. But there are no trees in a desert. Camel बोल रहा है कि मैं leaves, that means पत्ते खाता हूँ. Trees के पत्ते होते हैं, right? But there are no trees in a desert. Desert में trees नहीं होते. Lion says, what do you eat there? Lion question करता है कि अगर desert में trees नहीं होते तो आप क्या खाते हो? Camel says, there are thorny bushes in a desert. I eat the thorns. The thorns don't prick my thick tongue. Camel जो होता है वो बोलता है कि मैं thorny bushes, that means जो बड़े plants होते हैं उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Bushes. So desert में वो plants होते हैं तो वो खाते हैं और thorny that means वो जो कांटे वाले होते हैं वो. And that thorns will not harm to the camel because it has thick tongue, so that will not prick to its tongue. Lion says, how funny. Lion को थोड़ी funny बात लग रही है कि ये thorns खाता है और वो उसको prick भी नहीं करता, तो उसे थोड़ा सा funny लगता है. Camel says, Mr. King of the forest, please come with me to the desert. Camel उसको invite करता है कि अब king of the desert, जंगल के राजा, आप मेरे साथ मेरे desert में चलो. Lion says, no, I would better not. I can't walk on burning sand. I can't store food and water and I can't eat thorns. Lion बोलता है कि नहीं मैं नहीं आ सकता क्योंकि मैं सैंड जो गर्म हॉट सैंड है उसके ऊपर चल नहीं सकता, मैं फूड स्टोर करके नहीं रख सकता, इवन नॉट वाटर, राइट। एंड आई कांट ईट थॉर्न्स, जो थॉर्न्स होते हैं वो भी मैं खा नहीं सकता, सो मैं आपके साथ नहीं चल सकता। Goodbye and good luck, Mr. Sheep of the Desert. So here they end their conversation. They just say goodbye to each other, and Lion wish good luck to Mr. Sheep of the Desert. That means Lion wishes good luck to the camel. This lesson it is written by S.K. Ram. Words that we have already discussed in the last video. I hope that all of you have understood the lesson. Do reading practice at your home. Okay, thank you.